Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of Live, Love, and Eat with me, your pal Eddie. How you all doing today? It was a beautiful day out here in central New York, and now it's time to do some cooking. We're going to do an old favorite of mine that I hadn't thought about for many years. This is an old school Italian dish. You used to find it in the Italian restaurants. If you go down to Little Italy in New York or Long Island or maybe Jersey, you still find this. It's called pork chops and vinegar peppers. I recently was watching, going over the Sopranos again, and there's a scene where Vito makes this, and it reminded me what a good, delicious meal this is. It's sweet, it's hot, it's just good. I mean, it's these. If you've never had them before, you can find them in any of the Italian groceries in the specialty aisles. Hot cherry peppers, they're little hot peppers that they marinate in vinegar and a little sugar, so that way they're sweet, they're hot, sour, so it's perfect. So I have a beautiful pork chop, bone in, right? I got this today from my butcher, and we're just gonna put some S&P, some salt and pepper on there, okay? Get that going, and I got about a tablespoon of oil, just vegetable oil, in the pan. It's about medium heat, so we're going to put that down in there. Hear that sizzle? Okay, I'm going to put it up to medium. I've turned it down a little bit. And then what we're going to do, these are the cherry peppers if you've never seen them before. I already took the seeds out. You know, you just take the top, you cut along the top, you know, kind of like the top of a pumpkin, you twist it, and most of the seeds will come out that way. So they look like this, red or green. And I got a little shallot to put in there, so we're gonna just chop this up into nice big chunks. You know, the flavor will go good. You want a little bite with each piece of pork chop, right? And I like the big ones. One of the secrets too is if you don't like it too hot with any type of pepper, take the seeds out. The seeds are where all the heat is, right? Also, make sure you wash your hands as soon as you do that, because you don't want to get the heat in your eyes, right? How you all doing today? Hope everybody's doing great. While we're at it, thank you all. The channel's been consistently growing, man, as I'm pointing you with my knife, but it's been going great. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Also, if you get a chance, hit the like, right? Hit the subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you have any ideas for any recipes, please share them with me. Okay, so I'm going to cut the shallot up. Again, doesn't have to be too fancy, just nice big chunks. What we're going to do is, once the pork chop is nice and brown, we're going to flip it, and we're going to add some liquid to it, so that way it cooks low and slow for a bit, so it gets nice and moist. So I've got the cherry peppers, I've got the shallot, I've got some of the juice or the brine from the cherry peppers. This stuff, oh, it smells good. It smells really good. I've got some chicken broth, you know. And that should be pretty much it. So we're going to check on this pork chop. We just want to, you know, we're not cooking this through. We just want to make sure we get a good sear on it, get a little brown. And once it's nice and brown, we're going to flip it, and then we're going to put the cherry peppers, the shallots, and then the brine and the stock in, and we'll let that go for a minute, and we'll be back. All right? Okay, that pork chop is just about ready to turn. Oh, that looks nice. I want to see if you can see that. See that? That's the color you want to do. You want to get nice and brown. Now, before I flip it fully onto the other side, this pork chop has a nice ring of fat on it, right? So you want to cook that up and let that brown up really nice and good too, so that way you get the flavor not only into the pork chop, but the fat rendered into the pan, which is going to really give a lot of flavor to our sauce, okay? So we're going to do that. Let that sit for a minute. And then we're going to turn it over, and we'll be back. All right. I got a nice sear on the outside of the fat, so we got it nice and turned. Okay. So we're going to let that go. All right. And now we're going to put in some of our other ingredients. We're going to put in our peppers. Whoa, hear that sizzle. Okay. We're going to put our shallots in. I'm going to turn that around so that way we get all the nice fat from the bottom soaked up. I'm going to put in our brine there. Pour that over the top. Okay. And we're going to put just a little bit, I would say about half a cup of just chicken stock into that pan. Okay. All right, hopefully you can see this. Let's see if you can. Okay, so we're gonna cook that. We're gonna simmer that up probably for a good half an hour. I'm gonna put a top on it so that way all the juices stay in, and we'll be back in a little bit, okay? All right, I can't wait to manja. All right, we are back. It cooked about a half an hour, like I said, nice and low and slow. And I temped the pork chop. It came out at 165 degrees, so perfect. Okay. Now let's get it out of the pot or the pan. Doesn't that look good? Oh, it's moist with that sauce. Okay. So let's slice it up. Okay, we got a bone on here. You know what? We're just going to plate it. And then I'll slice it. Okay. We don't want to forget all this delicious, the peppers, the shallots, and that delicious sauce, which, you know, cooked down and it almost got like a syrupy consistency to it. Okay. Oh, doesn't that look good? Now this dish, you know, it's almost all protein. You got a little carbs in there. You know, the peppers got, I think maybe 2 net carbs for that with the shallot. Maybe add 3 more. So I would say probably about 5 net carbs for this whole thing. So let's give it a taste, all right? That's a big taste, so we're not going to do that. Okay. Of course, I'm having technical difficulties here. So I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to use my caveman hands, okay? Pull that out. Cut this in half. Okay. Before we try it, remember, please follow me on Instagram. That's emcuen1966, all right? Let me know what you think, okay? So we want to get that sauce in there. We got the pepper, a little bit of the shallot. I know this is taking a long time, but I think it's going to be worth it. Oh, that is good. Oh, it is so moist and tender. The heat's coming up, but it's sweet. You got that peppery flavor. This is a winner, my friends. I want you to try it. Go old school Italian, you know. Give it a shot. So thank you. Thank you for stopping. And as I always say, peace and love, rock and roll, and pa-pa.